Regional jets are an integral part of flying in the United States, though the experience can vary greatly. We've seen the fantastic United CRJ700 and the less fantastic CRJ200. I'm here in Charleston, South Carolina, about to fly on American CRJ700 operated by Skywest back to Chicago. How does it stack up? Let's find out. There's several neat things about Charleston Airport. The first is the fact that it's right next to a Boeing plant, and there's tons of parked 787s outside ready for delivery to airlines around the world with nowhere to go. There was also one of the 4 massive 747 Dreamlifters parked on their apron. Second, Charleston is one of the airports served by Breeze Airways. Yes, they are on the list whenever I end up going somewhere they fly. Finally, the airport isn't just a civilian airport, but is also jointly operated by the US military. Scores of C-17 Globemasters also use the airport at the far end. After clearing security, as usual, you can find me in the club. Thanks to Priority Pass. I've now been to dozens of these lounges, but this one in Charleston has one of the nicer ones. Advertising a new experience, it actually delivers. The buffet was pretty Spartan thanks to COVID, but there's a QR code at each table that you can scan and it brings up a full food and drink menu, all complimentary. Then they'll deliver it to you. Honestly, I prefer this to the pre-pandemic days, though it took quite a while for my drink to arrive due to evident staffing shortages. The lounge also boasts varied seating options and a view of all the poor souls down below in the terminal, so it's definitely worth a visit. As my flight was delayed due to Hurricane Ida, now's as good a time as any to discuss the ticket price upgrades and new features of the American app. I had paid $158 for this one-way ticket in economy. American, of course, tried to upsell me. The day before, prior to check-in, they offered me to upgrade to First for $164. A few hours later, afterwards, during the check-in process, they dropped the price to $93. I still totally don't think it's worth it on these short flights, but that option is there for you. Another cool feature of the app is the availability to order food ahead and pick it up in the terminal. Unfortunately, it wasn't working, but it's supposedly a feature. I got a glimpse of the aircraft landing, and I made my way to the gate as it pulled in. American is notoriously terrible with updating departure times, and today was no different. Here, it's 6:23, 14 minutes after scheduled boarding. The plane has only just pulled in, and we are still on time. Sure.
Are you sure about that?
The turnaround was incredibly quick, to the point that I seriously doubt the claim that it was thoroughly cleaned and disinfected, and we boarded by zone. This CRJ700 had a brand new interior, configured in 1.2 in first and 2.2 in back. No, they aren't that comfortable, but there's AC power and 31 inches of legroom, which really didn't feel that bad at all. And yes, that is more legroom than American's newest mainline interior. We were handed a sanitizing wipe upon boarding, and pushed back 10 minutes late. However, we didn't get that far and stood for a good 15 minutes. Finally, we made it to the runway, but held short as a C-17 touched down. Flying time was 2 hours and 14 minutes at 36,000 feet. We circled the Boeing factory before swinging to the northwest. Wi-Fi and entertainment was a bit of an issue. Live TV was grayed out entirely. The streaming library was gated by an advertisement, which wouldn't play, so it didn't work. Yay, streaming-only entertainment. Fortunately, the service was good, all things considered. We were offered a whole can of soda and cookies and pretzels. But even more generously, they brought back the snack basket from First back to us plebs in coach. I'm sure that's not in the customer service manual, but good on them. I declined as I'd been gorging myself on southern food to the point I was about to explode, but that's some positive service right there. We watched the sun set in the west and circled around to land from the west at O'Hare. I've done so many of these landings at O'Hare, I kind of zone out. But as I was filming Final Approach, they applied full power and we went around. Apparently, the plane in front of us had suffered multiple bird strikes, so it definitely was the right call. Still, I haven't filmed the go-around since QantasLink 717 in Alice Springs. After a wide turn, we landed for real this time. So Americans, actually Skywest's CRJ700. It was a bit of a pleasant surprise actually. Yes, it was late and the entertainment didn't work, but the interior was fresh, the legroom not that bad, and the crew definitely went above and beyond. I'd slotted above United's CRJ200, but sadly below United's far more comfortable CRJ550. But it's fitting that the entertainment on American, who ripped out in-seat screens entirely in favor of streaming to your own device, didn't work. True, this was a regional jet, but Delta even has in-seat entertainment on the A220. And United has said they are bringing in-seat entertainment back in some cases to their mainline fleet. If anything, that's a perfect segue to the next video where we'll be revisiting United. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, click that button and please subscribe for many more flight reviews to come. I'll see you next time for a revisit of United to see if I've been wrong all along.